next guest starred in the iconic movie Flashdance, which I watched again last night. I love the music, I love the dancing, I love the acting, but most of all, I love the wonderful Jennifer Beals. Was excited when they heard you were coming on. We're so happy. Do you ever watch that movie again? Do you ever pull it out and watch it?
No, I've only seen it twice, I think.
You're
really.
kidding.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And the last time I saw it was the Cinematheque had done a event around the movie, and I watched it because I had been so long since I had seen it. And I was thinking to myself, my God, it's so sexy. Like, everything is so sexy.
And you were 18, right?
And I had no idea what I was doing.
Well, that sweatshirt, your torn sweatshirt, I'm telling you, everybody I know had the torn sweatshirt and the leg warmers. Did you have any idea it was going to become the fashion craze that it did?
Gosh, no. I mean, it was my favorite sweatshirt that I wore in high school, and I put it in the dryer for too long. And so the head shrunk, and so I couldn't get my head through it. So I cut the head out, the head out, and so it was less of a fashion statement and more of like a fashion episiotomy.
Well, whatever, it worked. Boy, did it work. I'm hearing rumors possibly of a sequel. Is that something that might happen? Or I'm creating the rumor. I'm not sure I'm hearing it, but is it something you'd like?
I think it would be fun if Adrian Lyne was directing.
Yeah.
It's always if it's the right script.
Yeah.
If it's the right story. Because for me, I'm always led by the story and attracted to the story.
But you almost didn't, I mean, when you made this movie, like I said, you're 18, but your intention was never to become a movie star. It wasn't something that you coveted, that you were interested in?
No. I mean, I remember the first job that I wanted was, I was probably like 6, and I was washing the dishes with my mom. And I had my hands in the water, and there were suds, and I was like, I want to be a dishwasher. This is the best thing
I think you picked a better one. I think that's better, yeah. So how did the movie then come about, if you really were never inclined to go that route?
Well, I loved acting, but I just never imagined that anyone would, pay me to do it. But I had an agent when I was a girl, because my friends, I was friends with Paige Hanna and Daryl Hannah.
Oh, okay.
And they had started acting at a very young age. And I would go with them sometimes to auditions, and I would watch. And I was thinking, gosh, this is a lot better than working at Baskin-Robbins or something. So I got an agent, and I literally went around by myself with a little picture that my brother had taken to different agents. And I got an agent. My mom knew nothing about any of it.
You didn't tell her anything?
No, it was my own little project.
Yeah.
And then I started getting little jobs here and there. And then I knew that I would want to go to college, and then I knew that in order to pay for college, I would have to start saving, like in 7th grade. So I had a plan.
You have played so many wonderful roles. I'm thinking particularly of Bette Porter in The L Word, because that was a groundbreaking show. It was the first series, the entire cast lesbian, which I remember when it came out, it was very controversial. Like, what is this? Is this a show with all lesbians? What's going to happen? And it ended up being such a powerful show for so many people who would write to you and say thank you.
Yes.
Right?
It was really, really probably one of the most important jobs in my life because it introduced me to a whole group of activists and a group of people that I had never truly thought about that much, And then when I played Bette Porter, I all of a sudden it gave me a window into another world. And it gave me a platform and a way to help bring visibility to a community that had been largely invisible in mainstream media. But I got to meet so many amazing people, and I got so many amazing letters. And I have one letter that I framed. Oh my God, I'm going to start crying. It's so terrible.
No.
My heart just flies open when I start thinking about it. But this one, young girl who just said thank you, and I came out to my family and I came out to my friends, and nothing bad happened, and and thank you to the show for giving me.
That's when you realize that what you've been given is a gift. That it's the ability to not just act and be wonderful, but through your acting to affect that kind of change, to allow somebody to be themselves. That's pretty amazing.
And I think that's the power of storytelling, too. I mean, I know that for me, as I said before, I'm always attracted to the story. And I remember I was visiting my brother, and I was on the plane, and I was reading this book, Thousand Splendid Suns, and I thought, oh, I have to do something to help women all over the world. I want to be of service in some way, and this project that I'm working on now with Naked Truth, the Naked Truth lifestyle brand, one of the things that we're doing is giving a portion of the proceeds to the Malala Fund. And
which is
I'm just
wonderful.
Really excited about that.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And now you're also in a very different kind of role. Proof on TNT. You play a doctor that starts looking into the afterlife after your son passes away, and when a patient that you meet in the hospital who's dying of cancer, worth billions of dollars, says, "I want you to check into this." And I understand the buzz is that you will be up for an Emmy next time around, and they're already talking about it.
Well,
so that's what they're saying. It's always nice to hear. But is that an area that interests you, that fascinates you? Is that partly why you were drawn to the role?
Well, I think it's always fascinating to think about what happens, you know, when you die. Like, is that it, or do you go on? I mean, because it's going to happen to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do feel that there is something else. I think, you know, just energetically even, I think something happens. I don't know exactly what it is. I know I will find out, hopefully not too soon.
No, we want you to stick around, Jennifer, for a while, okay?
Yeah.
We think you're absolutely wonderful.
Well,
thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. For more information on where you can purchase pieces from the Jennifer Beals capsule collection by Naked Truth, and it's doing so much good, this collection, head to meredithvieirashow.com.